All right, number 12, Andre Pavlik sliding across to Rob Henrik Tellender?
Yeah, you got that right there. Big save by Andre against the New Jersey Devils here. I mean, obviously, Andre Pavlik is going to be on our top 12 plays more than once. And
one would assume, especially considering that TSN play of the year,
let's not get ahead of ourselves. But huge save by Andre Pavlik here. I mean, definitely needed to be warranted in the top 12 plays of the year for Jets in our top 12 countdown, because everyone does a top 10 countdown, so we're going to add a couple extra ones on there for 2012.
Well, we're celebrating 1 year, which is 12 months, so a play a month on average is how we figure that one out.
That was the original logic, yes.
All right.
And going back to the play that we're going to see here in a second, huge save by Pavlik, really gets across the ice where he probably shouldn't have. I think he's one of the top goalies in the league of really going east to west in his net and making those saves, as almost all of them on this list are plays like that.
And I heard it somewhere else the other day that Dominik Hasek was actually one of his idols, and of course you can kind of see that it's not necessarily about making the saves look pretty, it's about making the saves, and Pavlik definitely does that.
And sometimes they turn out to be pretty, and this one just he just gets over there and somehow gets a piece of it. Hard to tell exactly where he gets a piece of it, but he keeps it out of the net.
Play number 11 of the year. Nick Antropov deking out Sergei Bobrovsky.
Yeah, no surprise that one of many goals from the Philadelphia-Winnipeg Jets series would be a highlight, and this one's just a nice play off the face-off there, and Antropov just totally makes Bobrovsky look silly on a one-on-one play where he really shouldn't have been that open off the draw to begin with, but makes it look nice and puts it in behind him after some fancy stick work.
Well, and Bobrovsky, man, say that like 20 times fast, eh?
Bobrovsky.
No, that was sarcasm. Rhetorical, I guess. Really, when you look at how far out of the net he came as well, too. Of course, when you're listening, you can't realize that, but he was at the top of the paint, basically. Like, he was out of the top of his crease.
Yeah, I mean, obviously on a face-off play, you're out a little bit, anticipating that there could be a shot off the draw, goes back, and a quick shot from the point there, but you don't really expect it to be kicked out to a winger standing wide open in the slot like that, and Antropov had a few seconds to make Bobrovsky look silly there.
Penalty had expired. Antropov in front all alone, scores!
And top 12 play of the year, number 10, scored by number 9, Evander Kane, converting on a pretty sweet move there to beat Bruins goalie Tim Thomas.
Yeah, and I mean, the play all starts with Byfuglien on a rush. Go figure.
Byfuglien on a rush, yeah.
Not on a boat, but on a rush.
And I'm on a boat. Oh, sorry, I guess we might be getting into copyright infringement stuff there, right?
Yeah, anyway, Byfuglien starts the play, makes a nice move to get the puck through to Evander Kane, one-on-one with Tim Thomas, and a nice east-to-west move, and stuffing it in around last year's Vezina winner.
Was that in that game where they totally beat up on Boston? Do you recall?
No, that was in a game in Boston where they lost.
Oh, well, that's disappointing.
But it was a home game against Boston. They would have won.
All right, well, number 10.
Number 10 is number 9, Evander Kane.
The bouncer to Byfuglien, 2-on-1 with Kane. Kane in front, deeks and scores!
And number 9, play of the year, Nick Antropov, catching, kicking, and backhanding it over Ryan Miller.
Yeah, this is one of the goals that really highlights what skill Nick Antropov actually has when he decides to let it out. And I mean, just impressive here, catching the puck down the corner, driving hard to the net, kicking it a couple of times there, and then right behind kind of his back to his backhand, and then up over Miller. I mean, just a lot of puck movement by one player.
Well, it really shows a lot of hand-eye coordination. And just how versatile as a player you actually need to be. And I mean, often during warm-ups, you see a lot of players kicking around a soccer ball and that kind of stuff. And you might be thinking, what the heck? This is not soccer. This is not even football or basketball. This is hockey we're talking about. And you're not really using your feet. What's going on? I mean, part of it's to loosen up the muscles and everything, but really, you watch what they can do with a soccer ball, and there's a lot of hand-eye coordination involved in that.
Yeah, and you said it. That goal is hand-eye coordination, but it's hand-eye, foot, stick, hand, stick, foot, stick, goal.
Goal! And you know what? At the end of it, that's all we really care about is the goal aspect of stuff, right?
And it's Antropov's second trip on our top 12.
You know what? I've got this sneaking suspicion that he may be on there again a little bit later down.
Circle. Antropov trying to dance it in front. He scores.
And number 8, Andre Pavlik once again stealing a goal away from Marc-Andre Bouchard of the Wild, I think.
That was the Minnesota Wild. And another big east to west save by Pavlik here. And really was down on the ground and just kind of last reached up and snagged it before it crossed the line there. Really thought Bouchard had a goal when I was watching that game.
You know, I didn't watch that game, which means the Jets, did they win?
It was against Minnesota and Winnipeg, so yes, they did.
Well, damn this Marshall curse. That's all I have to say.
We'll save that for another show. I'll make fun of you on that another day. This is all about the Jets, not about you.
All right. Well, last show was all about you.
Yeah.
So you thought.
That was me.
All right.
This show is still about me.
All right. Whatever. Pavlik, number 8, with his second
Wide last
appearance.
second by Hainsey. Now a chance. Good save. Rebound. Oh, what a stop. Getting cross street. Andre Pavlik using every inch of that.
All right, number 7 on our top 12 plays of the year, as chosen by the Jets Hockey Podcast. Actually, let's be honest, it's chosen by Jeff Hockey Podcast. Jeff picking these ones here. I don't have this kind of time in the day to go through all of them, but definitely some of them stand out. Number 7, Ben Maxwell's spinorama nifty backhand to rally a comeback against Michael Neuwirth. What? Neuwirth.
And the Washington Capitals.
All right. Well, see, as you can tell, I still have issues with player names.
Yeah, and this was a huge goal for the Jets in the simple fact that at the time it pretty much saved their playoff hopes. They were down 3-0 to the Washington Capitals in Washington in a must-win game, and the fourth line of injury call-ups from St. John's sparked the comeback that saw them win that game. This one's just a nice goal by a young player who did a great job to hang on to the puck, get it while he was kind of in a rotating position, spun around and picked the spot with the backhand before getting bumped there. So really nice goal by Ben Maxwell. And
here's a chance in front. Backhand score! Ben Maxwell.
See if Stapleton gets control of it here and gets it to the front of the net, and the quick spin around shot on the backhand there it was Maxwell. Maxwell going to the front, and look at the puck control there. Wow, outstanding there on the move on Hammerlick in front. Spins to the backhand and puts it in on the short side.
And number 6, making an appearance once again, and probably one of the biggest goals talked about for a while. Even made it onto a stamp. Nick Antropov scores Winnipeg's first goal when they're back in the NHL against Montreal's Carey Price, of course, in their home opener of the regular season this year. Definitely a big goal at number 6.
yeah, I mean, it's not a pretty goal by any stretch of the imagination.
Say that again.
But it was not a pretty goal. And,
Good, you're listening, I see.
Not a pretty goal, and it was just it's on the list obviously because it was a very important goal. It's the first goal back there, so when you're looking back at the year that was, it's something that all Jets fans will remember seeing. Of course, I remember hearing it when we were outside in mid-interview and missing it in action there, but seeing the replays does bring back warm memories of that day, and you know what? Good on Antropov for taking the cross-check in front, getting back up, and just banging in the puck when it came.
Brett McLean hovering around the net. So is Antropov, who just got pitchforked down. The shot gets through. Rolls and Antropov scores! There it is, the Jets' first goal from Nick Antropov.
Just even hearing that play-by-play aspect and the crowd going wild after, and I mean wild and wild and wild and wild. Like it was not quiet for a long time after that. I mean, it wasn't quiet up to that point either, even though Montreal was up and ultimately went on to win the game.
They've been patiently waiting for this.
A delayed penalty coming off a cross-check by Diaz, but watch the persistence of Antropov. And we said it's going to take a rebound goal, it's going to take bodies in front, and the bodies were flying. Price gets bumped there by McLean, and a good heads-up play by Antropov, and listen to this crowd. Welcome back, hockey.